I forgot. You're like, what is going on?
Yeah, what is happening? We are officially live. It's Thursday. We're talking college basketball. Got a lot of mid-majors lined up today, so you know that I'm not going to have much to say. I'm just going to go based off what these guys say. We got 10 games on the board that we're going through, and then obviously the NBA show right after at 4 p.m. How did your guys' college picks do yesterday? Because there was a lot of negative comments about Creighton. So I know Creighton lost. I know Nebraska lost.
I think Creighton was one of those where like it was later in the night and everybody jumped on it because everybody was betting it, and so they got pissed off. But not bad. We ended the night with Cal. Cal won in the Discord and stuff like that. So yeah, I think VIP like barely broke even or whatnot. I mean, it wasn't terrible. It wasn't a great night, but it wasn't like.
Got it.
The UMass loss was gross for me. But
yeah, I think I won 0.87 units total last night.
0.87? Hey, green is green.
That's what I said.
So we're going to start off in the AAU, the American Conference. Which one of you requested this game?
I believe I put this on there first because I saw Memphis.
There was a couple comments asking for this game, so people want to bet it. Andrew, do you have a lean here?
Oh, it's not just a lean. This is my favorite of the night. I think Memphis is
going.
Memphis, Memphis is getting right today. Is the best way to put it. This is a perfect example of a team that matches up perfectly. I mean, Temple is a slow-paced team with no offense. Memphis, if they have their best night, they're running very fast and they're scoring a lot. So this is just a perfect example of I think they're going to blow.
So they run a fast pace.
Very fast pace. And Temple, not a good team. Like they're 243rd in adjusted efficiency and offense. They are an awful offensive team. Not going to be able to keep up. Yeah, Memphis needs it badly. They need to make this the easiest game they've had all season. So, yeah, this is my favorite tonight. This is going to be ugly.
All right. I mean, it's his favorite. I'm down to tail. I don't know a damn thing about Memphis, but I know Andy takes it very seriously and puts a lot of work into this. So if he says it's his favorite, I'm going to tail that, and I'm actually going to bet that while Scoop's talking because I rarely listen to what he says anyway.
I love working here. I just want to let you guys know. It's a pleasure. I was actually trying to get there with Temple, and I just can't. I'm not going to overthink this. If Memphis was playing someone a little better than Temple, I probably would have took the other team, but this is the game Memphis needs right now, like Andy said. Plus, Temple lost 7 straight, last place in AAC. They're just a really bad team. I know Memphis was overvalued earlier in the season, and then they hit a wall. Caleb Mills missing time obviously hurts them, but yeah, Temple's just so bad. I know they're 4 losses. Then even the Memphis's 4 losses were a combined 15 points. They were playing like one of the worst teams in the country, but Temple is god awful. So Memphis is going to run them out of the building, I think, too. So I like that bet also.
I'm in. I just jumped in on Memphis. Toast, what do you think about Andy's favorite bet of the day?
I'm very similar to what he did, except for I played their team total because I didn't want to deal with anything else. So I did team total over 76.5.
And you couldn't have sent it to us, so we had a graphic.
Because I was behind this morning. Like that's why there isn't a VIP out besides the overnights. I apologize.
Sorry, I was just joking.
I know. But Memphis has lost 4 of their last 5, but they went over this number in multiple times this year, especially on the road. Losing 4 out of 5, 2 of those being on the road at Tulane and UAB. And both of those teams are like 130 spots higher than Temple and KenPom. So this is a pretty nice little step down in class for Memphis as well. So I agree with Andy. This is a game of games where they have to get right. So yeah, it's Memphis or pass for me.
Memphis or pass. Memphis team total over 70.5. Yeah. And that is congruent with what Andy was saying about the pace. Sounds about right. So our poll is all Memphis. I don't know how many people are just clicking it because they're tailing Andy's confidence or people really like Memphis, but it's 75% to 13. So we are a heavy Memphis Tiger community today. Let's go Memphis. All right, let's clear the board and move on to game number 2, which is
Penny Hardaway's their coach, right?
I did know that. I didn't know it offhand, but I did know that. So, Toast, I don't know if did you watch my college basketball video?
I did. I can't bet.
What do you think about this? Did you see what I said, though? I made good points.
No, I agree with everything you said. I'm not trying to say that. I can't do it. I just personally can't do it. So
Iowa sucks, dude.
I agree.
Come on.
That's why I would play over or pass for me. Like that's just how I would do it. It's just really hard for me to bet either one of these teams on the side. when Iowa has won games, they've scored over 80 in all those wins, except for one against that game against Ohio State. So I think that Iowa has a chance to win this game. So I think there's going to be plenty of points. I think the fact that it's 161 in a Penn State game in the first place tells me a lot anyway. As we know, high totals are high. Both these teams play at a really fast pace. Penn State 65th in the country, Iowa 13th in the country, 1-3 in the conference. So both shoot free throws really well. So I just go over for me.
Scoop, tell them. Penn State, right?
Yeah, Penn State money line. I'm on the other side. Iowa's just been a garbage team. They're 1-4 against the spread in their last 5. I mean, Penn State's not something to go cry home about, but Iowa's just winning twice in a 5-game span. It's bad. Penn State isn't a great team by any means. They do have nice road wins against Rutgers, Indiana, the last 2. They seem to be doing a lot better. A trend is the home team won their last 6 matchups in this series, so getting back to 3 years ago. I just lean Penn State money line. It's a better value. Penn State's defense stepped up lately. I think they can limit Iowa's guards, and Iowa's defense has been a little slacking. Again, Toast said it. Penn State's not great by any means, but I think they close it out at home here.
Speaking of Iowa's defense, the one part of Andy's notes, and I use Andy's notes to make my video, and Penn State 70th in shot frequency at the rim, so they've been attacking the basket a lot, and Iowa's defense at the basket has been garbage. So I like that angle of it. And you're on Penn State too, right?
Yeah.
No. Okay, so I think they match up great with Iowa. I really do. I think they match up great, but this is more spot for me. This is Iowa going into a place
You're
where
taking
they
Iowa?
have momentum. Yeah.
Bro,
Iowa,
you wrote in your notes, Iowa
I'm well
has
aware.
been an abomination.
I said they match up.
Oh my
this is
God.
a great matchup for Penn State. Great
State's
matchup for
defense
Penn
is gonna
State,
rise up.
but this is a spot where Penn State they're going to let down. They're coming off a massive win on the road at Assembly Hall. That is just too much for this team. They did have an injury as well, I believe, in that game.
Sorry.
And they still, I don't know how they won the game. They played amazing in the second half. This feels perfect letdown for me. Iowa's got an extra day of rest, I believe. I think the spot is better for Iowa. You're right though. Penn State matches up very well in this game.
Wow. Shocked to say the least. What a bad pick. 49%, 31% in favor of Penn State. Let's move on to game number 3. Clear the board. What do we got next? Okay. I'm not going to contribute much to this conversation. We got Drexel on the road at UNC Wilmington. Which one of you Fanooks requested this?
Fanooks.
Probably Scoop.
I think that was me.
Yeah,
You think I would? Do you have a pick for it?
Yeah, I love Drexel here. This game's going to be who's leading the CAA. I know Drexel's been in a bit of a slide the last 2 out of 3. But yeah, I'm a big Drexel fan, man. They're a better team than UNC Wilmington. They won their last game against them by 15, and even though they're away this time, their defense is top-notch. They're 19th in the country in opponents' field goal percentage. Plus, their offensive rebounding gives them a lot of second chance points. Drexel's 99th in total rebounding, actually, in the entire nation, while UNC is 185th. Couple that with the fact that UNC gives up a tons of looks from 3. I know Justin Moore and Luke House aren't exactly great 3-point shooters, but if they have open looks, they're more than capable of knocking them down. I'm taking Drexel here. UNC Wilmington's undefeated at home, but they're going to give them their first loss, I think.
Shipley just joined the chat, I guess. He just logged on. He goes, "What the fuck is this?"
It's a good time to join.
All right, Toast.
Go wash your Pistons money line jersey and come back and find it.
They lost their whole team today.
Pistons money. He can wear his Pistons money line jersey proud today. 13.5 point
That's
dogs.
true,
They got
dude.
the win last night.
You get Fournier. Fournier is going to start now, right?
Oh my god!
I forgot. I bet that too.
There's no way Fournier's a starter in the NBA. Something is terribly wrong with the system if he's starting. Toast.
I couldn't agree more with Scoop. The only thing I can really add to the fact is that Drexel, the best 3-point shooting team in the conference, UNC Wilmington, the worst defending it, and UNC Wilmington, the worst 3-point shooting team in the conference. So, and then on top of that, even Drexel does a very good job defending inside the arc or 2-point field goals or however you want to put it. Anything that's not a 3-point shot, Drexel does a very good job. They're first in the conference defending it. So, and both teams shoot free throws very well. I would take the points with Drexel all day long. There's no way that this line should be so flip-flop that, like he talked about, they just had a 15-point win over them. I think the wrong team's favored.
Andy?
Yeah, I don't have much on it. I think it'd be a low-scoring game. I think Drexel will pull it out. They're right. Drexel's better team, so that's really all I had there.
So that's cool with me. I'd lean Drexel as well, but I'm just tailing Scoop's confidence, which is famous last words.
Yeah, I'm not loving it. I thought I was going to be cool.
Oh, we got System Plays in the chat. Utah Valley -3 from System Plays. No idea who they're even playing, but System Plays likes Utah Valley.
I think they're playing Tarleton.
Oh, Tarleton. Oh, the Seawolves. They're tough. All right, Sanford on the road. I don't know if they're the Seawolves. I was making a joke. Sanford on the road.
I was going to say, that didn't sound right.
I think we should have a poll of like 4 and see which one Kyle thinks is a real team.
Well, now we got the Sanford +1 on the road at UNC Greensboro. Just this matchup just dripping with talent. Just top to bottom, both these rosters. Just nothing but competitors here. Scoop, did you request this one?
I don't think so. I think Toast did.
Toast wants this one. All right, Toast, you wanted the ball. You have the ball.
I got the ball, and we're rolling with Sanford, man. +1.5. I sent this out last night. It's one of the 3 plays I sent overnight. I just honestly think that Sanford's the better team. They've been dominating in conference play. Obviously, it's harder to get the job on the road, get it done on the road, but I think the line reflects that. Sanford's #1 in overall offensive efficiency, #2 in defensive efficiency. Sanford also creates a lot of turnover, that best turnover rate in the conference. UNCG lives and dies by the 3 ball. So yes, Sanford at times can lack a little bit of defensive intensity, but this is a huge game for them. This is probably one of the biggest games, if not the biggest game left on their schedule, not named Furman. So I think that we get a full 40 minutes of these guys defensively, and I'll gladly take the 1.5. This team has been absolutely on fire this whole year. So yeah, I love Sanford here.
Community definitely disagrees with Toast here. I got a few people saying UNC Greensboro, S. Fox, Alfred,
That's
someone
what
up
they
here.
said about James Madison too.
That's what they said about James Madison.
I got screwed, man.
Poll. UNC Greensboro wins the poll. So Toast on a Sanford. Did you guys want to say anything about this game? Or?
Yeah, man.
Oh, my bad.
Come on.
All right.
One of the Southern Conference. Definitely a battle here.
All right. What would you like to say?
Yeah,
I'm sure it's going to be really enlightening.
Actually, Sanford, Sanford's a great team. They have a +304 differential overall. They have the 4th most points scored in college basketball. They're shooting 40% from 3, which is 2nd in college basketball. Akers are overall top scoring shooter of 60% from the floor, close to 50% from 3. He's the leading rebounder on the team. Team's going to score, man. They're 20-0 when it scores more than 70 points, and they're going to do that here. Definitely Sanford here.
2 picks on Sanford. So everyone disagree. Andy, anything for this one or no?
No, but I'd side Sanford. That's
all right.
AJ Stanton McCray.
Let's move on to the next game. Let's talk some Pac-12. Toast, you said you watched my video. Oh, no, I already know what side you're on because we talked in the Discord. We're on the same side.
I bet this before I watched your video, but I love it even
I saw
more
the
now.
line drop to 5, too. So
okay.
you'll love to see it.
Love to see it.
You'll love to see it. So, yeah, if you watch my video last night, I'm on Utah. And I actually I didn't upload it yet, but I had the video made and I said Utah +5.5 for Utah money line. And in the Discord, about a half hour later, Toast posted upset alert Utah. So we both were feeling the same way about this one.
You want me to go?
Oh, yeah,
okay.
Sure.
I didn't know if you were going to elaborate. Just a couple things here in play with this Utah team. Obviously, on the road, not a team I really want to deal with, but at home, really like it. Utah 6-5 in conference play, but you guessed it, all 5 of those losses came on the road. Obviously, Arizona's going to be a little bit of step up in class than what they've done earlier. But Arizona, I mean, what have they done on the road to show us we should be scared? They had a pretty lucky game, which they beat Oregon. But previous to that, losses to Oregon State, Washington State, and Stanford, all on the road. Utah is going to play through their defense. They're the 3rd best defense in the Pac-12. Utah doesn't have great offensive numbers, but if you look at what they do at home, they're a lot better. And the one thing, too, is that Utah is so big, and that's one thing that Arizona can bully teams sometimes with their size. They can't do that with Arizona. And what's funny about that is those 3 teams that I talked about, Oregon State, Washington State, and Stanford, all bigger than Arizona, just like Utah is as well. So I think 5.5 is way too many. I think that Utah is live in this game. I think they can win this basketball game.
Agreed. Let's bring up Andrew. Do you agree?
Yes, pretty much everything you said. Utah's a very tough place to play. Arizona went on the road and lost to Oregon State, so we know they're not as good of a team on the road. Pretty much everything Toast said summarized. It's Utah here. Arizona did look really good against Cal in that game. I think it was a week ago now, but on the road I don't like them.
Scoop, are we sweeping Utah?
Yeah, you know I'm on an island here, so I think this is Utah's first loss of the season at home. I know Worcester's been constantly hurt, and Devion Smith has been filling in nicely, but he's turnover prone, man. 17 turnovers the past 3 games. He's not that great defensively. He's getting better, but it's not going to be enough for this Arizona offense. I know that, like you guys said, they're not good at home. Away whatsoever, but Utah's offense has struggled lately. They're not the same as they were earlier this season. They were one of the top scoring teams in this country. Shooting percentage was the top 2, and that went down. Utah lost by 19 to Arizona earlier this season. I think it's going to be hard to stop Arizona's 3-ball. They're ranked 9th in the conference in defending them. And plus, I think the rebounding will just keep the Utes from getting second chance opportunities. And yeah, I'm going to bank on Utah losing their first game today.
You're really going to fade all of us on Utah.
Arizona Wildcats, baby.
You could make the same case with the point guard play with Boswin too. I mean, his last 5 games, 6 points, 7 points, 14-3. I mean, he's just as inconsistent as they come.
Our community is on the Utes. It looks like 58%, 32% Utah. Utah might be a public dog here. Who cares?
Don't care.
Live alert.
Who cares?
Next. Arizona State at Colorado, and what the hell, huh? I mean, this was at 12.5 when I was recording the video, and then after the video, when we were editing it, jumped up to 14.5.
It's crazy.
I don't know. I mean, Colorado has shot the ball really well at home. Their shooting numbers at home are crazy, and Arizona State has no offense. Their offense just doesn't exist. So, I mean, I guess I'd still go Colorado, but I don't know. Do you guys have anything you like here?
I would say under or pass for me. I think that if best case scenario, if Arizona State doesn't play well and Colorado plays their game, Arizona State's not going to score very much, and it's not really good. I mean, yeah. So I would say under or pass. I would love to play Colorado here. I'm just offensively, even though, I mean, one of the best free throw shooting teams in the country, but Arizona State forces a lot of turnovers. So if it gets sloppy late, those points could come into could matter. So yeah, it's just a hard one.
All right, Scoop.
Yeah, I lean Colorado at the large spread because obviously Arizona State's pretty much rock bottom right now. Against Cal, they let them shoot 50%, and that's Cal. Colorado's a better team. That's just Arizona State's last in rebounding, last in field goal defense. I like the spread a lot better if Cody Williams plays. I feel like he's always out, but they play a lot worse when he's out of the game. But I just don't. It's not the talent that they've been facing. Arizona State really just is garbage. So if Colorado comes out strong, I find it hard to believe Arizona State keeps up. So I would lean Colorado.
So it sounds like you're in the same page.
Yeah,
Colorado did lose to Arizona State like a while back, like by 3 on the road. So there's a little bit of revenge there. I don't know if there's 14 points or whatever revenge, but yeah.
Andy, do you agree right here? JMS says Bobby Hurley in the points.
I would side that. Not gonna bet it. I think
because you're a coward.
At a high spread like that, I'd probably side the team getting 14.5. They're not. I mean, they're bad. Look, they're an overall bad team, but like they can play. They've had good defensive performances in the past, so we could see it. But I think Scoop said it, rock bottom. Yeah, that's where they are. So I think it'd be a good point to see them get blown out. But I'd side the team plus 14.5.
All right. Our poll, first place was Colorado, 44%. Second place was pass, and third place was Arizona State. Next,
I will tell you guys right now, when Arizona State plays Utah in 2 days, slam Utah because that's that spot.
All right.
Yeah, especially because Utah's coming off a loss to Arizona.
A lot of people commenting about this game. There's a lot of people going to be betting this game, Toast. FAU on the road at UAB here.
This is Scoop's lock of the day, I think.
Oh, is it? All right, let me swing it over.
No, I swear to God, I thought I saw you on this. I wasn't even making a joke. I swear to God.
No, I'll start, but yeah, give me the home dog. Yeah, UAB has been great in the underdog role this season. They're 8-1 against the spread. Plus, UAB won 5 of those games outright. Beat Drake, beat Memphis as home dogs. FAU's the last 10, they're 8-2 straight up, but 2-8 against the spread. FAU doesn't have problems putting up points. It's the defense that struggles. They're 179th in defensive points per game, 163rd in defensive field goal percentage. They can't block. UAB can definitely score, so I don't think they'll have any problems putting up points against FAU. They had 97 against Memphis, 82 against North Texas, which plays the same kind of style of defense FAU does. Yeah, I like UAB here to pretty much get the win too over FAU.
Live. Andy, do you agree with that?
No. I know that FAU's going to score probably toward 90 in this game. They do that. They can do that pretty religiously, and UAB has an awful defense. So you're basically asking, is UAB going to be able to keep up? And I don't think so. They have not seen a defense like FAU. FAU's defense isn't great. It's pretty good, though. Not great. It's good enough to stop them from keeping up. I think this is like a 10, 12-point win for FAU. Even on the road, I don't see it from UAB.
And it looks like polling pretty heavy to UAB. So, Toast, looking like UAB is going to be a public dog here. What are your thoughts?
I agree with Andy. I would take FAU as well. UAB has been really good, but they have had a little bit of not so good luck when they have stepped up in class. And the first time that these two teams played, FAU won by 13. I understand that UAB is at home now, but at the same time, this Florida Atlantic team is really good. They're number 1 in minutes continuity. That means they got everybody back. Obviously, their offense is there, but their defense isn't really. I mean, isn't terrible. It's middle of a pack. So neither one of these teams is going to be forcing a lot of turnovers either. I trust Davis and Golden more than I do Gaines and all the other guys that UAB has. So I think this is a type of game that Florida Atlantic has been winning for the last 2.5 years. This is the type of game that UAB still needs to learn how to win. So I'll take you FAU.
Sign me up for FAU also. Basically, this is just a fade of Scoop's character.
Yeah, but look how cool their logo is. I mean, it's freaking awesome, man.
It is a cool logo.
I think it's stupid.
Well, you like an owl instead?
Yeah, I do like
cool
that owl. That owl
like
logo is cool. So 62%, 31% in favor of UAB. So looking like UAB is a very public dog. Scoop on an island with the public. Next.
You guys are on an island with Utah. Public.
No one said that was wrong, Scoop. We're not pointing fingers.
Just saying.
Getting awfully defensive with your bad pick there.
This is a show. He's making everybody aware what's going on.
Yes. UC Irvine on the road at UC Santa Barbara.
Yeah, baby.
Is
this was Toast. Toast.
Was that Toast's way of saying I'm pumped for this game?
Are you kidding me?
Toast
Gaucho basketball? Let's go, baby. I love Gaucho basketball.
So in that case, you're taking the home dog.
Yes, sir, baby. The Gauchos +4, baby. UC Irvine is actually one of the better teams over in this like I call them like the California schools. It's all UC something, San Diego, Davis, Northridge, or whatever. They're probably the best team of all those teams. But UC Santa Barbara does play a lot better at home. And I just think that after seeing a nice loss against UC Davis, which I understand that that's not good, I think they're going to be able to bounce back here. Very good three-point shooting team. It's the Gauchos defense that I have a problem with. But the thing is that Irvine gets a lot of their points from three. The USBC defense has a really good job of defending the three. They just don't defend inside very well. Also, another thing, Irvine gets a lot of their points from the free throw line. They're a very good free throw shooting team, but UCSB does not foul a lot. They're one of the best non-fouling teams in the country. So yeah, I think UCSB is much taller than them as well. And they shoot free throws as well, just as good. So I think 4 is too many. I think this is probably the biggest game left on UCSB's schedule, besides another game against Irvine. So yeah, I think we're going to get a all-out home effort from them. So yeah, I took the 4, and I'm probably going to place a little bit of a money line bet as well.
Andrew, do you agree?
Yeah, I'd take the home team. That was really all I had. Home dog. I don't know much about the teams. Didn't really get to see much of it, but yeah, I'll take UCSB just because of their logo. Nicest logo in college sports. So
that is a sweet logo.
Oh, it's
the Gauchos are dope.
All right, Scoop, are you also on the Gauchos?
No, give me UC Irvine. I automatically have to side a team with an anteater as a mascot. So, yeah, I mean they're both really good. The Gauchos are one of the best shooting teams in the nation, but I'm gonna go with the first loss at home for them too. So give me Irvine.
Sounds like Toast is the most confident and actually likes this game.
That
so
is correct.
I'm going to side with him. Well, the rest of us are like...
logos are really cool.
Anteaters are cool, man.
I used to go to Gaucho games a lot, so...
I'm going to side with the only guy who didn't mention the logo in his analysis of the game. So... 41%, 34% in favor of UC Santa Barbara. So community slightly agreeing with Toast also. Next game. Finally, some Pac-12 basketball. Said no one ever. Washington State on the road in Corvallis. Slides down to 8.5. This was at 9.5. So it's been bet down a little bit. Maybe some sharp money coming in. Even though, according to the pie charts, that's not what it's doing. But obviously some money came in on Oregon State to buy that number down. You're not laying 8.5 here, are you?
You're talking to me?
Yeah.
Hell no, baby. Tuesday. What do I?
Well, I got to ask because your family's a big Washington State fan.
They are, but they can't stop Thursday nights in Corvallis. It doesn't matter if it's football or basketball. You don't want to be Thursday night in Corvallis laying a whole bunch of points. It's not going to work out for you. So, yeah, USB is going to be on there, or UCSB is going to be on VIP, and so is Oregon State +9 at BetGM, NGM. I'll take 8.5 as well. These two teams have already played this year. And look, first of all, Washington State is one of these teams that can play really good at times, but they can really struggle when things don't go their way. Oregon State's going to muck this game up. They're going to try to shoot all threes. Washington State does not do a very good job of defending the three ball at all. I'll give you that the Oregon State defense terrible, but I think that the pace of the game and 9 points and the fact that Oregon State can shoot the three ball is going to be more than enough to cover this number. So, yeah. Washington State usually is one of the biggest teams in the country, but Oregon State is top 40 in the height as well. So it's not like they're going to be able to. Washington State gets a lot of easy buckets because of their height. They're not going to be able to get that here tonight. So I'll take the points with the Beavers.
Robert Thomasshot says he likes Oregon State money line.
I mean, I don't hate it. I mean, I'm telling you guys, Thursday nights in Corvallis, you never know what's going to happen.
I'm putting that up for me too, because not only is Oregon State a team you like to play at home, like Toast said, but also Washington State's also a team that you like to play at home in Pullman. So you got two teams that, I mean, yes, I'm using a lot of football in my reasoning for this, but these are just two programs that have really supportive home crowds. So yeah, I'm in Corvallis too, or Oregon State plus 8.5. I'm going to bet this one too. I'm going to bet it.
Yeah, the previous game between these two was 7 in Washington State, by the way. I lost my train of thought when I was talking. But yeah, it was 7 in Washington State. So still.
Hold on. Actually, I'm going to hold up the show by betting it. So let me move on. Let's bring up Andy. Do you agree? Are you scared of fading Oregon State in Corvallis on Thursday night?
Yeah, I am. I'm not going to do it. I like Oregon State here. I think they could win, too. I think that was a good point by whoever said that. They just beat Arizona at home. I don't think Washington State will be much different. Yeah, I could see it happening. These are both the two teams that don't have a conference next year. That's an interesting matchup there. But, yeah.
That hasn't been shored up anywhere. I thought Oregon State was going to the Mountain West.
Dude, I don't even know yet.
No,
I think in basketball they're playing
you told
the
me
WAC.
that. I thought you were the one that
No,
told me.
in football they're playing the Mountain West. In basketball, I believe I think it's the WAC.
I think Oregon State's a great fit for the Mountain West.
Both are, but they don't want to lose the money.
Yeah, well, that's too late for that.
Yeah, true.
All right, let's bring up Scoop.
You guys are so square, man. It's man. I talked to Toast Mom.
So square. The line got bet down from 9.5 to 8.5. What the hell are you talking about?
Huh? Look, man. I just don't believe you guys. You guys are Toast. Your family is like going to disown you, man. I just don't understand.
Too late for that. Also,
I was gonna say, do you not know whom I am?
Listen, man. Washington State's been on a roll lately. They dominated Utah. They had a strong win over Colorado. They pulled it out against Washington. They had a rough patch in the middle of the season, but they're protecting the ball more. They're playing better defense. Isaac Jones and Miles Rice have carried this team offensively. They're pushing for a tournament spot. Oregon State looks terrible. They just looked like shit against USC. They couldn't shoot, had more turnovers than assists. Plus, Washington State is a bad defense, but it's a better defense than USC. Plus the Cougars are 6-1 against the spread, their last 7 overall. I like the way Washington State's playing, and yeah, give me Washington State. Minshew mania, baby.
Laying points on the road in Corvallis is just never a smart decision.
Miles Rice is a stud, but he's a freshman. I don't worry about him on nights like tonight.
45% Oregon State. Community's on the Beavers. Last game. Wow, this line is just
damn already. Jesus.
It's up to 8.5.
The Oregon line.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not swaying. Actually when I was recording the video last night, it was 5.5 when I was recording the video, and then when I was done recording the video and we were editing it, I was getting ready to upload. It was 6.5, so I switched it in the edit to 6.5. Now it's 8.5. I'm not going to change sides, but I think the ship may have sailed as far as value here. The reasoning for me was, on paper, Oregon should hit 100 3-point shots in this game. That's obviously an exaggeration, but you have Oregon that shoots threes against a really bad Washington 3-point defense. They've struggled on the perimeter recently, and Oregon's got great 3-point numbers in the last 5 games. They're 13th in the country in 3-point percentage in the last 5. So you got a hot shooting team at home against a really bad 3-point defense. So it's a 3-point party in Oregon tonight. And Scoop?
Yeah, I was researching these games, and I was really realizing why the Pac-12 is disbanding is because these teams suck, man. It's hard to trust either team, Oregon or Washington. They both won 2 of their last 6. I just think this is going to be a high-scoring game. I'm actually on the over here. I don't like a side personally. Both of these teams are poor defensive squads. They can put up a lot of points. Washington, like I think you just said, is in the bottom of a bunch of defensive categories. They do have the second highest scoring offense in Pac-12. Oregon's right in the middle to the lower end on a lot of the defensive stats, but Brooks should be able to get a bunch of points for Washington. I see this as a back and forth game. I definitely see it over 153.5 for sure.
Someone asked, it's during the week. Well, actually, tomorrow's Friday, so it'll only be the NBA show tomorrow. So tomorrow will be a 4 p.m. NBA show. Saturday morning is the college basketball show. We're starting at 10:30 a.m. Eastern time. We have 19 games lined up for that. So Saturday morning is going to be a loaded one. So that'll be our next college basketball show after this. Anyway, let's bring up Andrew next. Would you agree with I actually like Scoop's reasoning for the over, if I'm being honest.
Me too. I had that written down.
Yeah, I still side Oregon, although the line movement is ridiculous. When we were doing the video last night, it was like 5.5. It's going up 3 points is ridiculous. I'd still side Oregon though. I find any way to fade Severe Wheeler, and I kind of like the Oregon offense. They can have their games where they can just shoot the lights out. So I'll side Oregon, but I hate that the line went up 3 points. It's ridiculous.
Toast.
Yeah, I agree. I don't like that the line moved up. I will say that I would think Oregon is a safe money line piece. The issue was for me, like I couldn't find anybody to pair him with, at least in college basketball, because everybody I liked was essentially a dog. But look, I like with the Scoops over. I might actually look into that a little bit more. I really wanted to play Oregon, but I think now, I mean, Ken Pom has this game at 4. So when you're getting into the multiple possessions off of the KenPom number, that's just a little bit alarming to me. But Sauce is right. The Oregon offense should be absolutely lighting Washington up. I mean, Washington's dead last in everything except for fouling as far as major categories on defense. But I do think that Washington should be able to score because Washington does do their scoring around the paint area, and they're second in the conference, shooting almost 55% in there. And Oregon doesn't do a very good job defending the 2-point shot. So Washington, another thing that they have going for them when they are on the road, they're one of the more experienced teams in the country. I mean, Wheeler is a crazy man, but they have him and Mulcahy and Moses Wood and stuff, that all these guys are pretty experienced. They're the number 2 experienced team in the country. So I expect them to get their points as well. But again, I lean Oregon. They should win this game by double digits, but sometimes you never know with Oregon. But yeah, I lean Oregon and over. That's how I would play it.
All right. Let's run a community parlay, which is missed by 1 leg, both college basketball shows this week. That damn
UNC.
It's pronounced Oregon, by the way.
No, it's Oregon. They're talking to you, saying to say it right. They're not talking to us.
Oregon. Oh, no, I'm talking to everyone. I played the Oregon Trail, and I played the Oregon Trail in elementary school. It was a good game.
Oh, you played the Oregon Trail.
Oregon, yeah.
Interesting.
Oh, I love that game.
Dysentery.
Dysentery. Drexel at UNC Wilmington. Drexel won that poll.
Oh, yeah.
Sanford, UNC Greensboro. UNC Greensboro won that poll. That was the one everyone was against Toast.
That's sad.
All right. First leg of the community parlay. Cast your vote.
Are you doing a Super Bowl show at all?
I don't
had
know.
2 people ask me.
I haven't
that.
even thought about it. We're doing it. Oh, we're putting a video up. That'll be on Saturday. But as far as a live show,
Might just be worth it to do props, if anything. I don't see.
I don't know. We tried doing the props for the stand.
Yeah, we did a prop show.
It was like I don't know. I don't like the shows that are just like nothing. Like where it's like I like bullshitting on the show, but when there's like no substance given, like no data, it's like the hell are we doing?
There's a difference between bullshitting and bullshitting about the color of Gator.
Right. Yeah. Like I have no interest in talking
Yellow.
about that.
Yeah. Of course, you would have a color.
It's gonna be yellow.
Kobe is a top 15 player. I'm not hating on him, by the way.
I'm also taking the over on the national anthem.
Kobe Johnson or Bryant?
Kobe Bryant.
Memphis money line is the first leg of the community parlay. You can see here's the one that lost. Who ruined this? Creighton.
Ooh, Memphis.
Creighton ruined it.
Great.
Let me look what Memphis and Oregon is. That's what I might pair.
If you voted for UNC Greenbow, you're going to get another shot. So then we got Arizona, Utah. So that Utah won that poll. Utah money line. Arizona State, Colorado was Colorado, obviously. FAU, UAB. UAB. Didn't they vote for? No. Yeah, no, they did vote for UAB.
Yeah, because I was on an island.
Yep. UC Santa Barbara, UC Irvine. I have no idea what they voted for. Do you guys know?
I think it went with those.
Yeah, Santa Barbara. It was Santa Barbara. Got it.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. I was trying to think if I was on an island or not.
All right, second poll.
Waste Management Phoenix Open started today, by the way. Any golf fans?
Wait,
tickets on the tickets on the site that I posted.
That's always like an electric event, right?
Yeah, the person I picked that's plus 4,000 is in the lead right now, so I hope he goes wire to wire.
All right, so we got Utah winning the poll. They really want this Utah money line in there. That'd be a big payout.
Nothing wrong with a little dog.
Someone said before, that's the dog's bed. Scoop sleeps outside. So Utah's in. Utah money line is in. So let's see what we got left here. Washington State, Oregon State. They voted for Oregon State.
It's suspended right now. Looking at it.
Oregon State money line. Washington, Oregon. They voted for Oregon money line. And then the second place, a lot of people voted for Colorado and UNC Greensboro. So let's put them back in. Greensboro money line. Colorado money line.
Sure, there's a lot of value on that Colorado money line.
I know it's disgusting.
I know. I really want to do.
But there's Utah money line in there, so it'll still be.
Yeah. It'll.
I want to do a little mini donkey.
We're doing first and second place for this poll. Get in. UNC Greensboro's getting votes. They really are. They really trying to fade Toast.
Do it.
I would not be surprised if I looked up at the TV tonight and Arizona State was winning.
You wouldn't.
I don't know what it is about that. That team just is so stupid.
Why don't you bet it then? Put your money where your mouth is.
You know what? Maybe I will.
You know what's funny? I think I've bet them like 5 times, and I'm like 4-1 betting Bobby fucking Hurley. So.
No, the Arizona State season ended like January 10th. That's where they just like.
A lot of teams have had that problem. Once conference play starts, everybody gets.
Oh shit! It's 3:40. All right, we got to end this because I got the NBA shows. I didn't realize how late it was. All right,
UNCG good.
Greensboro and Oregon.
Oregon and UNC Greensboro.
That's about right.
2 seconds.
Did Detroit Mercy win yet?
Parlay. Shut up, Scoop. 872. Now you
Community parlay, Memphis money line, Utah money line, Oregon money line, UNC Greensboro money line plus 872. The NBA community parlay hit for like plus 930 or something last night. So hopefully we followed up with it. Yeah, that was crazy. It was another one where I was making fun of the community for their parlay and it hit. Like All right, so if you're able to make it for the NBA show, I'll be back in 21 minutes. These guys will be back on Saturday. Well, Scoop can't make it Saturday, but Andy and Toast will be back on Saturday morning. 19 games we got lined up for Saturday. It's a loaded college basketball Saturday. So we're able to make it Saturday, 10:30 a.m. Would love to see you. But
hope your NBA show sucks later, by the way.
I'll see you guys in 20 minutes. Yeah.